In today's news, what a spectacle, what a treat, because today we witnessed the entire SEC agency, with Gary Gensler mainly being in the spotlight, of course, getting absolutely ridiculed, absolutely cooked from Congress. This couldn't be more bullish news for the crypto industry and especially for XRP. The actions from Congress, their choice of words no less, they were so full of hate and frustration that they effectively confirmed, in my opinion, that XRP's lawsuit and pretty much any legal battle the SEC is in against crypto right now is already decided. The SEC are the losers and Ripple and XRP and crypto, they are the winners. Now as it stands right now, we can see a total of 42 congressmen have wrote to the SEC chairman Gary Gensler urging him, demanding him to revoke SAB 121 and to allow all banks to custody Bitcoin and crypto, to stop the tiptoeing around the issue the SEC is doing right now, despite the fact that Congress have already rebuked the SEC SAB 121. The SEC, believe it or not, have now given special permission to a select few banks and institutions such as BNY Mellon for them to be excluded from SAB 121 and to go forward with crypto custody. This is wrong. Giving them a head start is wrong. He should be giving everybody a fair fighting chance. Remove the SAB 121 bill. That is his job role after all. Now, we'll be looking into the bloodbath a little later on from Congress and the SEC in this video, so you can witness their venomous choice of words against the agency for yourself, ultimately allowing you to help come to the conclusion that I did on whether the XRP lawsuit is officially over, because I truly believe that it is. For a number of reasons, due to the fact, firstly, that both presidential candidates, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, are now seemingly very pro-crypto, with Kamala Harris recently promising to help grow AI and digital assets if elected. Donald Trump already is pro-crypto, and if we know that, but Gary Gensler, therefore, seemingly has little to no reason now to keep stalling and stifling Ripple and XRP and crypto's innovation and adoption. That is unless he is being petty, which I wouldn't put it past him, to be honest. But he shouldn't. America seems to be ready right now. In fact, it is documented, as we can see here, it is documented that this year, 2024, so right now and for the next 3 months to come, we are witnessing the integration of TradeFi and crypto banking. Banks are here, so get ready to have an impact on the market. We're seeing it all happen right now. We're at the beginning of the great collaboration. The convergence of crypto and TradeFi is underway, and XRP, due to their protocols, their technology, their institutional partnership with central banks and governments all around the world, and other massive institutions, the fact that these institutions, governments and banks, they are integrating Ripple's technology into the back end of their systems. XRP, with the legal regulatory clarity from the lawsuit that they will get very, very soon, I believe will explode in adoption and price following that. Now, in that regard, the date is still to be decided on when the lawsuit will be officially over. Some think we won't see the SEC appeal on October 7th due to the recent presidential and congressional developments that we're going to be showcasing in this video. But we can see here Ripple Stuart Alderoty, CLO, actually forecasted that the SEC is still likely to appeal the decision by Judge Torres. Should such a timeline occur, we may expect a massive price correction for XRP, which me personally, I will take that as a massive once in a lifetime opportunity to scoop up a lot more XRP, undervalued XRP, because should this trial end up going to the Supreme Court, in my mind's eye, and in the same opinion as Drew Alderoty, there is no doubt, little to no doubt, that Ripple and XRP will win there. Especially now the SEC's main argument utilizing the term crypto asset securities is no more. They confirm that it was made up, despite the fact, again, the SEC used this term, this crypto asset security term, despite the fact that it is a made-up law, as Congressman Tom Emmer stated when barraging Gary Gensler earlier today. In fact, he even went as far to say that we could not have had a more destructive or lawless chairman of the SEC. And you know what? I couldn't agree more. Take a very close listen.
The SEC broke the law, your attorneys lied to the court, and no one in your leadership here in D.C. has been held accountable. That tracks. Seems like business as usual here in Washington. We have a litany of court cases, extraordinary confusion in the marketplace, and millions of Americans pining for clarity from you. You've abused the agency's enforcement tools, and you've even baited companies eager to comply with you, only to hit them with enforcement actions. You've retaliated against businesses and people who have come before this committee to talk about the next generation of American finance. And perhaps somehow, worst of all, you've made up the term crypto asset security. This term is nowhere to be found in statute. You made it up. You never provided any interpretive guidance on how crypto asset security might be defined within the walls of your SEC. Yet, you made the broad proclamation that you believe a majority of tokens are crypto asset securities. You did this, and you would deliberately use this made-up term as the basis for your entire enforcement crusade over the past 3 years, only for your lawyers to retract it in a footnote to a court just last week. Your inconsistencies on this issue, sir, have set this country back. We could not have had a more historically destructive or lawless chairman of the SEC.
With Gary Gensler eventually out of the way, XRP and crypto regulations, the last hurdle, if you will, and adoption is so much closer than you can imagine. It will finally come in the United States. So an explosive, institutionally driven bull run is also on the horizon, in my opinion. This is why I'm so bullish on crypto right now, which is also why I created a free to join Discord server. 350 people, members right now. All of us are working towards achieving financial freedom, increasing our knowledge, and we are growing every day. So by all means, come and be a part of the family. Link to join will be in the description below. Now, the other reason why Ripple should and most likely will win this case should it go to the Supreme Court is because coincidentally in 2021 to 2022, Tom Emmer, the same man I just spoke about, put in Bill HR 4451 Security Clarity Act, which states the asset would be a commodity and a new term would be derived, investment contract asset, and this is exactly what XRP is. We are still waiting for this bill to go through, but once it does, that will provide full clarity and once more, 0 crowns once again for this version of the SEC for Gary Gensler to fight in what I believe to be a clown show of a lawsuit case against Ripple, because they've lost time and time again. Don't know why they're still fighting it, to be honest. They have lost. The SEC, this SEC is a joke, and obviously I am not the only one who thinks that. Because today, Congress were very passionate in today's hearing, grilling Gary Gensler and the SEC all over the place from every angle. Just look here. Chairman Patrick Henry states that Chair Gary Gensler, his legacy will be defined by turning a once proud institution of the SEC into a rogue agency. That is a statement and a half, but he didn't even stop there. We've got a transcript here of what he stated in that interview. I'm not going to play it for you. I'm going to just read out some other major points he stated. Patrick Henry also stated that Chairman Gary Gensler recently stated, "We at the SEC live within the laws as Congress passes them," and nothing could be further from the truth. Don't just take his word for it, because we have seen a wide array of federal judges appointed by presidents and from both parties noting the lawless nature of Chairman Gensler SEC's his tenure by overturning rulemakings and enforcement actions. Again, I bring your attention back to SAB 121. Congress denied SAB 121, demanded the SEC to revoke it, and they have done nothing about it and just tiptoed behind the scenes, giving special permission to certain banks. They have not complied with the laws at all. But that is not all. It does not stop there, because next up, SEC Chair and Commissioner Hester Peirce were grilled on crypto regulations by enforcement and lack of clarity, ushering therefore a new era for crypto in the United States that is incoming. Their regulation is closer than you think. The comedic part here, the part that I love though, is that Hester Peirce goes on to explain how the SEC has deliberately targeted crypto, effectively trying to completely remove herself from the situation and to throw Gary Gensler therefore right under the bus. Thank God. Listen very closely.
You think that one reason why multiple terms are being used here for crypto is that there's no regulatory clarity or consensus identifying which tokens may or may not be offered pursuant to an investment contract?
I think that's absolutely true. We've taken a legally imprecise view to mask the regulatory lack of clarity. I think what's happening is that we're trying to be ambiguous because the legal precision carries with it real implications. And this is why people have been coming to us and saying we need clarity. Is the token itself a security? Or is it part of an investment contract? Is it being sold together with an investment contract? If it is, what is that investment contract and how long does it track along with the token? by using imprecise language, we've been able to sort of suggest that the token itself is a security apart from that investment contract, which has implications for secondary sales. It has implications for who can list it. And I think this is absolutely, we've fallen down on our duty as a regulator not to be precise. And so tucking into a footnote that, yes, we admit that now actually the token itself is not a security, that's something that we should have admitted long ago and then started wrestling with the difficult questions.
Right.
There certainly are some guidelines we could provide in this area that we have chosen not to provide.
But a statutory definition would help.
Well, I always welcome the input of Congress.
That's fantastic. Everybody's writing, your fellow commissioners are writing that down. We hope to hear more of that today.
The attitude around the SEC seemingly, about time it is finally changing, but in my opinion, it is already far too late for that. The damage has already been done, and despite what good they may have done, they will only be remembered for the bad things they've done, especially because the bad far outweighs the good, as confirmed in this section of Congress in this video. Listen closely.
Mr. Gensler, no surprise, many of us aren't fans of your approach to the job, but it does seem that you've abused your authority, and you seem to kind of gloat as candidate Harris decides that she wants to pivot on crypto and say, no, you can trust us. We're going to be okay on this. It seems like you're gloating. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. The war on crypto goes on. So as you highlighted, you meet with the chairman of the Federal Reserve regularly. Do you guys discuss things like Operation Choke Point 2.0, the way to block and restrict market certainty for crypto-affiliated firms?
I've never heard that term, and I'd also want to say half of the rules that we've adopted, 42 rules, half of them have actually been bipartisan.
Some of the work's been good, but a lot of it's been bad.
Crypto isn't safe as long as Gary Gensler is about. I couldn't agree more with subjective views here. That much should be clear. No one right now should be, or I believe even is, on his side anymore. And I think whatever trump card he may have had has long become unplayable. He has nothing left to play. He is at the end game, if you will. The lawsuit's almost over. I believe XRP's lawsuit is officially over. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Or better still, come chill, chat, and learn so much more on the free Discord server. Again, the link is below. But remember, don't look short term, think long term. And I'll see you in the next one.